Good evening, children. Welcome to Aviti Learning live quiz for 10th standard children. Dasama Sreni Pilankara live quiz session on grammar class. Welcome to the platform. Now, before we start the session, Pilamane, please join Aviti class 10 ro WhatsApp group so that tamanku daily session updates, assignments, exam updates, daily questions, sabu tamane paibo when you join Aviti ro WhatsApp group. The Aveti WhatsApp number, Chomane, please note down. The number is 789 404 0614. Please join Aveti Spoken English class, which is for free, and also Aveti Coding class, which is for free. ସମସ୍ତେ ଏଟାକୁ avail କର ଆଉ ତମ ସାଙ୍ଗମାନଙ୍କୁ କହିକି ସମସ୍ତେ join କର so that it helps you all. All right. Welcome to the class, children. Today's class is on noun clause. So before we go to the different aspects of noun clause, let us first understand what is a noun clause. A noun clause functions as a noun in a sentence. It follows a linking or copular verb to describe or modify the subject of the sentence. So what is a noun clause, Chuamane? Tara role hela, it works as a noun in a sentence. Okay, it follows a linking verb. Gote verb linking verb को follow करे, how it takes the function of a noun in a sentence. What is the difference between noun phrase and noun clause? Noun phrase re pilamane, it may not have a subject and a verb, whereas a noun clause contains both a subject and a verb. That is very important. Any noun clause will always contain both a subject and a verb. Rather, any clause will always contain both a subject and a verb. Especially a noun clause will contain both a subject and a verb. Now, noun clause are examples. The examples are, ए जो sentences दिया है छुआ मैंने, all that which is written in red. जोटा भी रेड रे तमो सेंटेंस देखि पारछो तमरो मोबाइल रे हो लैपटॉप रे हो, that is your noun clause. Do you know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? So what time it is a noun clause because it has a subject and a verb. It has a subject and a verb. Also, it also answers the question what. Do you know what? So when you ask a question what, if it answers, that becomes your noun clause. Do you know what time it is? Tom can invite, in the second sentence, Tom can invite whomever he chooses. Whomever he chooses. He is your subject, choose becomes your verb. Tom can invite whomever he chooses. Whomever he chooses. Whomever he becomes your subject, chooses becomes your verb. Similarly, I don't understand what you are talking about. I don't understand what you are talking about. In this sentence also you have a subject and a verb. You are talking about. You becomes your subject. Are talking about becomes your verb. So you have a verb. Are talking. Whether Roman accepts the job or not is his business. Whether Roman accepts the job or not is his business. His business is his business. So in this you have a subject and a verb again, and the rest of the sentence becomes your noun clause. So next slide, children. How do you identify your noun clause? Now before that, let us first find out a little more about noun clauses. जहां जहां bold form रे लिखा है, the bolded noun clauses are dependent clauses. Unlike independent clauses, they cannot stand alone as full sentence. Noun clauses function to add more details to a sentence. If you are not sure whether a clause is a noun clause, try replacing it with other nouns or pronouns. ଯଦି ତମେ ଜାଣିପାରୁନ whether it is a noun clause or no, you have to replace it with other nouns or pronouns. For example, do you know what time it is? Was our first sentence. So suppose you replace it with it. Mane, what time it is? Suppose you replace it with it. Do you know it? Or any other noun or pronoun. Does it form a sentence? Like for example, in this sentence, do you know it? Yes, it is a sentence. Hence, what time it is your noun clause. So noun clause को केमिति identify करिबो? You can replace the noun clause with a noun or a pronoun. Okay, so even then सेटा replace करला परे भी जदि सेटा गोटे sentence होउची, then that part of the sentence becomes your noun clause. For example, Tom can invite whomever he chooses. आमे कोन कहले? Whomever he chooses is your noun clause. Yes or no? Whomever he chooses is your noun clause. Why? Because suppose you replace whomever he chooses with the pronoun her. Does it make a sentence? Tom can invite her or Tom can invite him. So basically, a pura whomever he chooses ku, jodi tame pronoun gote re replace kari paribo, kimba gote noun re bhi replace kari paribo. For example, Tom can invite Peter, where Peter is a noun. So in that case, when any part of the sentence can be replaced by a noun or a pronoun, you can be sure that that clause is a noun clause. Tom can invite her. I don't understand you. I don't understand you. तमे जदि what you are talking about ku गोटे noun किंबा गोटे pronoun रे replace करि परिबो, that part of the sentence becomes your noun clause. Please don't forget this, children. This is a very important hint. I don't understand him or I don't understand her. एठी हमें कौन करले? I don't understand what you are talking about. What you are talking about noun clause को हमें replace करले with him. So or her. But still a sentence is formed. Hence it is called a noun clause. So, ये जो तले तमर जो लिखा है जी, please note this very carefully. If you can successfully replace the clause with a pronoun, you have found your noun clause. तमे noun clause केमिति चिन्हिबो? If you can replace that part of the sentence with a pronoun, then it forms, then you can be sure that that is a noun clause. All right? Now, how to spot a noun clause anywhere in the sentence? Hella, but gote easy way bhi achi where you can spot your noun clause, because normally one of the easiest ways to spot a noun clause is to look for these words. Mane pray a word re arambha habo tamaro sabu noun clauses. For example, that, what, whatever, whichever, whomever, whether, which, who, why, whom. ए जो लिस्ट ऑफ वर्ड्स मु देइची एटा को भी तमे मने रखि परिबो दैट प्राय नाउन क्लॉज को स्पॉट करिवा पई ए सब वर्ड्स रे सेंटेंस ता आरंभ हुए. While these words can be found in clauses other than noun clause, माने noun clause को छाड़ी देले we have got adjective clauses, adverbial clauses. ए clause रे भी तमे एकतटा ए similar words पाइबो. But noun clauses almost, mane 99% always start with one of these words. So this is another way of finding out your noun clause in a sentence. I hope chuamane you are clear about how to spot a noun clause. Noun clause को केमिति identify करिबो, केमिति spot करिबो, दीटा easy technique हमें जानिले. One is if you can replace that clause with a pronoun, that is your noun clause. Or in 99% of the cases, if the sentence is beginning with any of these words, एक କୌଣସି word ରେ ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ sentence ଆରମ୍ଭ ହଉଛି as a part of your main sentence, then that part of the sentence you can be sure is your noun clause. Now, let us begin our quiz, children. He saw that the clock had stopped. That is your question. He saw that the clock had stopped. Please identify the noun clause in this sentence. Your options are he saw, the clock had stopped, that the clock had stopped. And your countdown begins now. All right. You can begin your typing in your answers. I'll give 30 seconds so that you people can and see your time, your countdown has begun. So I'll give you 30 seconds to type in your right answer. Then I'll show you the right answer. All right, your countdown has stopped. And now the right answer is C, that the clock had stopped. ମୁଁ ତମକୁ କହିଥିଲି he saw it, he saw him, he saw her. So basically the sentence can be replaced by any pronoun, and also it is beginning with the word that. So normally noun clause ku tame identify kari paribo e dita hints re. So your answer is C. Now let's go to the second question. No one knows who he is. No one knows who he is. Your countdown begins now. Three options are given to you, A, B, C. Please choose the right option. All right, the right answer, children. The right answer is C, who he is. Who he is. No one knows him. You can replace who he is with any pronoun. Him, her. No one knows that. You can say no one knows it. So you can replace it with any pronoun, and also the sentence is beginning with who. So hence, who he is your noun clause. Next, let's go to the next question. That you have come pleases me. That you have come pleases me. Your options are you have come, that is option A. Option B, that you have come. Option C, you have come pleases me. Your countdown begins now. So children, your countdown has stopped, and the right answer is B, children. That you have come is your right answer, because the sentence begins with that, and also pleases me. What pleases me? That you have come. You can always replace she pleases me, the book pleases me, or the sight pleases me, the scenery pleases me. So anything, you can replace this particular sentence clause with any noun or pronoun. Hence, that you have come is your noun clause. Next, they do not know where he is concealed. They do not know where he is concealed. Please find the noun clause. The options are A is where he is concealed, B is they do not know, C is he is concealed. Your countdown begins now. So the right answer, children, the right answer is option A, where he is concealed. Can you replace where he is concealed with any pronoun or noun? Yes, they do not know him. They do not know her. So where he is concealed is your noun clause. All right. Next. That you should say this is very strange. That you should say this is very strange. Your options are option A, you should say this. Option B, that you should say this. Option C, is very strange. And your countdown begins now. 1 second. I'll begin the countdown again, children. You can start now. 1 second. All right, children. So the right answer is that you should say this. That you should say this is very strange. That you should say this is your noun clause. Okay. So can you replace that you should say this with any noun or pronoun? Yes. It is very strange. She is very strange. He is very strange. So since you can replace this with any pronoun, that particular clause is your noun clause. All right, children. So now we go to the next slide. Okay, now in noun clause, already generally how to identify a noun clause. Kemiti identify kariba, co part of the sentence is your noun clause. Kemiti identify kariba, that we already have understood. Now let us understand a noun clause kemiti ko form re tame sentence re paiba. A noun clause can be the subject of a sentence. ବୁଝିପାରିଲ so noun clause ଟା ତମ ଗୋଟେ sentence ର subject ହେଇପାରେ it itself performs the action in the sentence for example what Alicia said made her friends cry so how do you identify whether it is the subject of a sentence you ask the question to the verb what made her friends cry କଣ ପାଇଁ ତା friends କାନ୍ଦିଲେ what Alicia said. So 80, what Alicia said is your noun clause in the form of the subject of your sentence. So the noun clause is being a part of the sentence, but it is playing the role of a subject. Semiti, next question. What Megan wrote surprised her family. ଏଟାରେ ତମ noun clause ଟା କଣ ଛୁଆ ମାନେ what Megan wrote. What Megan wrote surprised her family. What surprised her family? How do you find out the subject of a sentence? You ask what to the verb, right? So you will ask what surprised her family. कौन surprise कला family को? What Megan wrote. माने Megan जहाँ लिखिथिला that surprised her family. Hence, the noun clause what Megan wrote remains as the subject of the sentence. The noun clause has taken the form of the subject of this sentence. Similarly, how the boy behaved was not very polite. How the boy behaved was not very polite. What is the noun clause, children? How the boy behaved. That is your noun clause. And what do you ask? Your sentence, what do you ask your verb? What was not very polite? what was not very polite तार तमे आंसर पाइबो then you get the subject of your sentence. What was not very polite? How the boy behaved. This is how you find out the subject of a sentence, right? You question what with the verb. So what was not very polite? How the boy behaved. Hence, how the boy behaved is your noun clause which is playing the role of the subject in your sentence. Let us go to this sentence so that tame bhalo ki bujhi paribo. Again, I'll repeat the same thing. Ask yourself these questions to find the noun clause. So what Alicia said made her friends cry. So tame question kona pacharibo? What made her friends cry? What will be the answer? What Alicia said. So what is your noun clause? What Alicia said. Second question. What Megan wrote surprised her family. So what will your question be? What surprised her family? So what is your answer? What Megan wrote. Hence, what is your noun clause, children? What Megan wrote. And it is taking the role of the subject in this sentence. Last sentence, how the boy behaved was not very polite. So, tame kona question pacharibo? How the boy behaved. Sorry, what was not very polite? Because when you find out the subject of a sentence, you put the question what. What was not very polite? What is your answer? How the boy behaved. So hence your noun clause in the form of a subject is how the boy behaved. Now let us go to the quiz now. We will find out the subject of in the sentence, the noun clause which is taken the form of a subject. That he will succeed is certain. Please find out the noun clause in the role of the subject in the sentence. You have to find out first the noun clause and how it is the subject in the sentence. The answer is, children, C, option C. Because our noun clause is that he will succeed. So what is the question you ask? What is certain? What is certain? Question what is the answer you will get? That he will succeed. So this noun clause has taken the form of a subject in this sentence. Bujipachana? When you ask the question what, your answer should be the noun clause. In such cases, you will say the noun is acting as the subject in the sentence. Sorry, the noun clause is acting as the subject in your sentence. Next, why he left is a mystery. Please find out the noun clause first and tell me how that becomes the subject in the sentence. Your countdown begins now. Why he left is a mystery. Find out the noun clause and why it is the subject in this sentence. The answer is, children, option B. Why he left. Why he left. Sorry, the option should be why he left, children, not E. So the option is by mistake I've put B. The answer is A, children. Why he left is a mystery. Because we asked the question, what is a mystery? Why he left is a mystery. What is the mystery? Why he left is a mystery. So option is, sorry, not B. It is option A. Why he left is the noun clause which is acting as the verb in our sentence. Now, noun clauses can also act as the direct object of a verb. आमे पूर्व slides रे देखिले how the noun clause is acted as the subject in the sentence. Now we will see how the noun clause can act as the direct object of the verb. They follow verbs to inform the reader where the action is going. So basically, because it is a direct object of the verb, it will inform you where the action is going. For example, the pharmacist checked that the prescription was correct. The pharmacist checked that the prescription was correct. So what is the noun clause here, children? That the prescription was correct. But here the noun clause is the direct object of the verb checked. The pharmacist checked what? The pharmacist checked what? That will give you the object of the sentence. So the pharmacist checked that the prescription was correct. So that the prescription was correct is your noun clause, which is acting as the direct object in this sentence. Second example. He didn't know why the stove wasn't working. He didn't know why the stove wasn't working. So what is your question here? How will you find out what is your noun clause? Your noun clause is why the stove wasn't working. And what will be your question to find out whether it is the object or the subject? You will ask, he didn't know what? He didn't know what? He didn't know why the stove wasn't working. So, why the stove wasn't working is your noun clause, which is acting as the direct object in this sentence. So, the noun clause is taking the form of the object in this sentence. In the third sentence, children, they now understand that you should not cheat on a test. They now understand is your main sentence. That you should not cheat on a test is your noun clause. But what kind of a noun clause is it? You will ask the question again. They now understand what? They now understand what? What is the answer you get? That you should not cheat on a test. They now understand what? तम question जदि कर लो, they now understand कौन? That you should not cheat on a test. Hence, that you should not cheat on a test is your noun clause, which is acting as the direct object of the verb in this particular sentence. So, once again, you can use the method of questioning to demonstrate how the noun clause is used as a direct subject. These are the same questions you would use to find any direct object. What didn't she realize? She didn't realize that the directions were wrong. Let us say the sentence is, she did not realize that the directions were wrong. So what she didn't realize? That the directions were wrong. So that the directions were wrong becomes your noun clause in the form of an object. Okay. Samiti, what didn't he know? He didn't know why the stove wasn't working. He didn't know what? Why the stove wasn't working. You can replace each noun clause with the word it. Each sentence still works because each direct object is a noun clause. For example, you can say in the previous sentence, he didn't know it. So you can replace why the stove wasn't working with it. They now understand it. That you should not cheat on a test can be replaced by it. In all such cases where the noun clause can be replaced by it, then also you can say it is taking the role of the direct object in that particular sentence. जो जगह तमे noun clause टाकू it संगरे भी replace करला परे से sentence टा गुटे meaningful sentence हबो से it टा is your object, direct object in the noun clause. माने जो words को तमे replace करिबो it संगरे, that particular sentence becomes your noun clause and it takes the role of the direct object. All right, children. Now, let us do this exercise so that tamane auri clear habo. So, he says that he won't go. Please find out the noun clause in the form of an object in this sentence. Your countdown begins now. He says that he won't go. The options are that he won't go. He says he won't go. Please type in your answers. All right. So now let me show you the answer, children. That he won't go is your right answer. That he won't go is your right answer because he says what? What? He says kono. That he won't go. Hence, that he won't go becomes your noun clause in the form of an object because he says it. That he won't go can be replaced by it. He says it. Okay. So in all these cases, that particular clause becomes takes the form of the object in your sentence. Next, I don't know when I shall return. Please find out the noun clause and tell me why it is the object of the sentence. All right, children. So the answer is when I shall return. The answer is when I shall return. I don't know what. તમે જે answer question પચારીબો I don't know what. Your answer is when I shall return. Hence, when I shall return becomes your noun clause and it has taken the form of an object in this sentence. All right. So now, here children, please identify the noun clause and state if it is a subject or an object. Okay, I have not given you any options here. I will tell you the answer. And what is the question? Why he left is a mystery. Why he left is a mystery. Please identify the noun clause and state if it is a subject or an object. Your countdown begins now. Sorry. All right, your countdown begins now. You can start. I'll wait for 30 seconds. All right. Now the right answer, children, is why he left is the noun clause. And here it is the subject. Because what is a mystery? What is a mystery? Why he left. So here the noun clause has taken the form of a subject in this sentence. Why he left is the noun clause and it is in the form of a subject. Now, find the noun clause and identify if it is a subject or object. I'll give you 30 seconds for each sentence. Please listen carefully to the sentence and tell me the noun clause and also if it is a subject or the object. No one knows who he is. No one knows who he is. I'll give you 30 seconds, children. Please tell me the noun clause and also whether it is a subject or object. If it is subject, please type in S. If it is object, please type in O. All right. The right answer is, children, the noun clause is who he is. The noun clause is who he is, and here it has taken the form of the object in the sentence. Here the noun clause has taken the role of the object. Next question. When I shall return is uncertain. When I shall return is uncertain. So please find out the noun clause and also state what is the subject or the object. Type in S for subject and O for object, and also type in the noun clause. The answer is, children, when I shall return. When I shall return is the noun clause, and here it is the subject in this sentence. The noun clause is acting as the subject in this sentence. When you ask the question, what is uncertain? You get a reply, when I shall return. Hence, this is the subject. The noun clause has taken the role of the subject in this sentence. Next, third question. That it would remain seemed unlikely. That it would remain seemed unlikely. Please find out the noun clause and identify whether it is a subject or object. Type in the noun clause along with S or O depending on whether it is a subject or object. All right, the answer is, children, that it would remain is your noun clause, and that is the subject in this sentence. Because when you ask the question, what seemed unlikely? That it would remain seemed unlikely. Hence, the noun clause is that it would remain, and the subject, and it has taken the role of the subject. Now, the last question, children, tell me why you did this. Tell me why you did this. Please find out the noun clause and also tell me whether it is the subject or the object. All right, the answer is why you did this is your noun clause, and it has taken the form of your object. Tell me what? Tell me what? When you ask the question, tell me what? The answer you get is why you did this. Hence, why you did this is your noun clause in the form of an object in this sentence. So children, I hope you have understood noun clause in the role of a subject and an object. In the next class, we will do other roles of the noun clause, that it takes different forms and different sentences. Seta puni ame sikhiba next class re. But before that, ei jo homework ta mu tamanku deichi chuamane, I want all of you to do this homework, and I will share the answers in the next class. So be prepared with this homework. What is the homework? Complete the following sentences by adding suitable noun clauses. Tamoicha, whatever noun clause that comes into your mind, you can add and complete these sentences. There are 10 sentences given. I will do the first one for you. I cannot understand what you are trying to tell me. I cannot understand what you are trying to tell me. Okay, so this is this is a sentence which I have formed, and this is a noun clause. I cannot understand what you are telling me, or I cannot understand what you are trying to tell me. So ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ sentence already तुमको form करके देइची, सेमिति form other sentences, बाकी 9 sentence or all the 10 sentences please form by adding suitable noun clauses. All right, this is your homework, and you'll get the answers in the next class, children. Thank you so much for attending Aviti Learning's grade 10 quiz and grammar class. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please go through the video again. If there are any doubts, we will clarify it again in the next class. You can send me WhatsApp messages on the group. Please download Aviti Learning app, children, and subscribe for it. And also for 10th standard, बहुत गुड़े classes होची, जीव विज्ञान क्लास होची, भौतिक विज्ञान क्लास होची, गणित होची. So please avail this opportunity. Samaste join karo, tama sangaman ko kuho, and please get into Aveti learning. All right. Please subscribe and please pass on the information to all your friends. And thank you, children, for being part of this class. Thank you. Have a good day.